move the chains.
And a 49er first down.
Here we go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, watch the slip.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Flush to his right. James has got it, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. Check 24. Check 24.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here we go.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
We want it. Come to my work.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate?
Here we go.
I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chiefs' 19-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 19 yards away. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Tight go, tight go, tight go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll buy some time, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with his second touchdown here in this first half. Now the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
Well, can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now we're looking at Minnesota. They seem a little uncertain at 2-2. Chicago just lost their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, for an indefinite amount of time, but that defense is playing awfully well. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that division now is brutal. And then you've got to throw in Detroit. It's not the same old Lions. Matthew Stafford, he plays with heart, played hurt. And I think that they are improving as time goes on.
How about the AFC?
Well, I think the AFC South. Everyone's 2-2. We thought it would be a tough division. We thought it would be intriguing. And Gardner Minshew's mustache really adds a little extra intrigue to the whole thing. And we saw Marcus Mariota get off the deck and play well last week, too.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 44 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Garoppolo is going to give this to Breida on the draw. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Keep it up.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. Something they feel is...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Able to haul it in is Kittle. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike, 21. 21.
San Francisco.
Check 52. I got them.
On first down, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Now Garoppolo being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the second time they've had a failed two-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. On the return, it's James. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got it.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To To throw is Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Back to throw. Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He's back to throw. They complete it to Hill. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Butker on for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here we go. 180! 65! 65!
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Here we go. 180! 6-man. Check curls.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Goodwin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 29 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. Back to throw, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe 1 more play. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And now comes the field goal unit on. And, boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM and it said